Oh, it's been a week. Yeah, I know.
Where have you been? What'd
Living
you do?
Christmas for for
Chris.
for
Oh,
for for 7 days. Yes.
yeah.
Don't ask me any more
Never heard
questions.
of the 7 days of Christmas, bro?
No, that's like seven
Jolly
dead.
during that week.
No, it's seven deadly sins with bad animation.
Season three.
Oh God.
Or was it season four? I don't remember. It was one of those
Nah, I
seasons.
think it's season three. Season four I heard was better,
Remember a little.
but emotionally I wasn't invested, so it didn't matter.
Me too.
Me too.
I lost that shit after season three, bro. You asking me to come back? Oh hell
Me and
no.
the boys want me to give a damn. For real, yo? For real.
Mission
Damn.
Impossible, bro.
Mission unstoppable. Okay. All right. So the live, and now I wait. I think I already, yeah, I just posted it on Discord. Oh, Lord. My arms
I'm
still
gonna
hurt. My
just.
arms are sore from yesterday after building that stupid TV stand.
Oh yeah, I did see like half of it was done. I didn't see the full image. I think you posted it
Yeah, I
in the
posted it.
Discord
I
and shit.
posted it in Messenger. It looks nice.
Oh, okay. So I just probably
Accomplishments were
passed it.
made, and then I was also looking for old games for not K, well, for Richie and Tyrone, and I was like, oh, there's Yoshi. I guess
Dude, that shit look kind of clean though. I'm stunned by that more than anything.
it matches the right. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be. It's only like 100. I'm like, ah, it's not bad considering that game probably went for like 70 when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So a markup of $30 isn't too bad. So I was like, let me ask him just to see if he cares. Because I feel
Yeah, I
like,
got mine for 40 at the time.
really, did you get inbox or just the game?
Yeah, inbox.
God, how damn. My
I
question
think
is,
it's because I bought a SNES at that time, so they bundled it with that, which is a crazy bundle
well,
because
considering
it's like that's like almost like a $60 loss right there. But probably they secretly charged me more for the SNES.
do you remember how much the SNES was?
Maybe like 220 something like that. I think it was.
Hmm.
I don't remember. It was like a couple of
Maybe.
years back. So
They had SNESs in there. I just didn't take pictures of them because I was like, well, I don't think anyone's gonna really care. And Tyrone had gave
sadly,
me,
they never did the whole limited edition looks to the SNES console, so that's why.
unfortunately, Tyrone was asking me for a string of Pokemon titles. When I found
Mm.
out from the owner, he was like, "Yeah, people buy Pokemon titles like crazy." And I'm like, "Is it that crazy?" He's like, "Yeah, it's pretty crazy." So I was like, "Well, what?" I said, "So, do you have any Pokemon games left?" You know what he had left? He had
The
Crystal.
trading card game left.
He had Crystal left. And
That's great.
so I sent a picture to Tyrone. I was like, Tyrone, he has Crystal left. And Tyrone was like, I already got 3 copies of that.
Wow. This
Like,
coming from that guy, bro. He wouldn't mind getting a fourth copy, bro. I'm
nah,
just
hey, look,
saying.
I did my due diligence and sent him an image. Whatever he chose to do with it after that is on him. Funny enough, I did end up getting a game for him because he had it on his list. They had a Dragon Ball Z GBA game he wanted, so I got that.
Oh, was it the fucking Boost Fury or whatever it
No,
was?
it's
The
Legacy of Goku 2, I
Oh, the
believe.
first one. Yeah, that's the first one of the trilogy.
And then you know what I found?
Hmm.
And Ness already knows. I found a Pokemon VHS tape. Guess which episode that's on the front cover.
Oh, shit! Off the top of my head, I want to think it's the giant one.
You know what it is?
Which one?
It's Electric Shock Showdown.
Hey, no way. You know what? When you mentioned this, I should have had that in thought. Like, oh shit, that would have been
And
like
then
that.
I look, you know what else? It's sealed.
It's a sealed VHS.
It even has the Pioneer logo stickers on the plastic because that was the
Oh
company
shit!
that releases the VHS. So I messaged Nessa and I was like, Nessa, do you own this? Part of me thought she would because of what it is. She's like, well, I only own the Spanish version. I said, I'm gonna just send you this. It don't make no fucking sense. I feel like it's too weird of all the VHSs that art could have been in there, and that's the only one that's there, and it's specifically the episode for the character and the Pokemon she loves. Yeah, I think at that point I have to get it for you at that point.
Good shit, sir.
So he'll have that. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I was kind of just meandering while people were slowly trickling in. So part 2, because I think we realistically got about halfway through. I think. I want
part 2. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure we only got about halfway through. So with that being stated, I was like, okay, the year's almost over. This is probably the best time to go ahead and handle these, because next year or probably next week we'll get another new girlfriend. So it's gonna be out of date eventually anyway. So we might as well end the year on the last on the girlfriends that have been introduced up until the end of this year. So. As usual, KG's with me, as you can see in the title, and you've been hearing in the background for the last 5 minutes.
Oh shit! This entire conversation was broadcasted live.
I mean, it wasn't like we were talking about anything important anyway. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. Yes, I am back from the Christmas vacation. Technically, this is the first new video you're getting from me in like a week. Hopefully everyone else enjoyed their breaks and indulged in some quality family and Christmas time. Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, you just had a good week overall. But we're back into the grind. I'm gonna be real that this might be dangerous because the first batch of girls didn't have a lot of the complaints we had about the first chunk of girls we did last time were because they didn't have as much content. And it was fair because they just genuinely didn't have a lot of content. The problem with our next batch is they have a ridiculous amount of content. So needless to say, this might take longer, but we'll see. So if it
is quite a lot, to be fair. So
oh, absolutely. Now, if I'm being correct, I think the order in which this is supposed to go, as much as I want to, I think, yeah. The order is, so the next girl going backwards, the last one we did was Akko, which is one of, to be fair, she's one of my favorites too. And it's funny, if you've looked at any of the recent manga chapters, she just recently got another chapter with Me. So the Akko bias continues. But
I have ascended from when that chapter had dropped, and I have not fallen since, bro. My gods and mangakas over here, they blessed me with good quality content before the end of the year.
So we're going
for anything better.
We're going from one of Kevin's favorites. Now, granted, I love Akko too. Don't get it twisted, but I think Kevin likes her even more than I do. So one of my favorites. I'm a biased man, and I regret nothing. It's Kishka Totoro. I think it's Totoro.
Totoro, I think it's.
Yeah, Totoro. I think it's Totoro. So, Kishka is another senior. She's in the same age group as Kusuri, but she actually looks like a senior. And she has and she's a sporty girl. I think she's the captain of the Kendo team, if I remember correctly. And I'm gonna be real with you. I am biased. I'm extremely biased. Her design by itself was already enough for me. This is without me even knowing anything about her character or nothing. For those who don't know, and some of you who've been in my streams, you know, ponytail supremacy all day, every day. On top of her having ponytail, yeah, she's 18, studio, so technically she is illegal. But that's besides the point. She is top tier waifu quality. What made it even better was the fact that she rocks the ponytail and she fits that whole like strong sporty girl archetype that essentially ruins my soul because I'm a weak man and I regret nothing. Then that was before we get to her gimmick. So some of you might be wondering, well, what is old girl's gimmick? Old girl's gimmick is actually incredibly simple. Kishka is like, I believe, the oldest of like a bunch of her siblings. I think it's like, I forget how many siblings she has. It's a lot. Like she has a lot of siblings. I want you to understand. She has a lot of siblings. She did this thing where she was so kind of locked in to be like the older sister and kind of like the pseudo parent in the household that as a result, she kind of missed out on being treated like a child herself, which is not anything really surprising. A lot of older siblings can relate to it. The problem is that she essentially has an infantism fetish, I guess is how you would describe it. Essentially, any little thing can kind of trip her into what we call baby mode. And needless to say, she goes baby mode pretty easily. Usually it's a little bit of coddling, a head pat here, and she just fumbles. If you ever wanted to see a girl fumble in real time, that's Kishka.
It's one of those opposite things of like 0 to 100. No, it's like 100 to 0 real quick with this girl.
Absolutely, it's just like a severe drop. Fun fact: even in this picture, she's sucking her thumb. For those who can't catch it, like Kishka, it don't take a lot. And why is this important? Because I find this shit adorable. That's why it's fucking important. That's why it's important. I'm extremely biased. Okay. Not gonna lie to you. I regret nothing. I absolutely regret nothing. She is adorable, and look at this greatness on the
It's
screen.
like as if it was meant to be. Look at that nice transition from the previous to the next.
And some of you might be like, Ray, you're doing too much. I personally think I'm not doing enough. She's adorable, and I love her to death. If you ask me a tier, I'm very plainly gonna put her in S tier. I don't care. Actually, studio, that's right. One-chan that wants to be spoiled. That is the perfect representation of Miss Kishka. Now, I'm biased, so I want to put her in S tier personally. But I'm gonna let KG talk because I've been rambling for a minute.
Oh, buddy, I have my choice of things to say for her as well, because as somebody who is in a similar boat to her in the sense of like getting to become the old one, so having to be the responsible in the family due to personal in real life moments. Um, I absolutely can understand her, you know, her need of wanting to be pampered, because there will be times sometimes if you have like a really hard day and you just want to be pampered, bro. That's just how it goes. Now mind you, not to the scale of what she's going through.
Agreed. Oh, agreed. Actually, it's funny.
So,
It's funny because me and KG are both the oldest siblings.
yes. So we got like thrown into positions where we have to be the responsible one by technicality, bro. And just by default, I guess I should say, because of that. Once a sibling gets introduced and you happen to be the first one, I'm so sorry for you. But also at the same time, look forward to it as well. You'll learn a lot. But no, she is absolutely adorable. But my favorite thing with her character, funny enough, has to always be how her moments in like every chapter preceding after her debut, she's always in the background getting caught in a pamper moment, bro.
Yeah.
Like, especially with Hahadi of all characters.
No, that makes perfect sense.
And
The mommy,
and
they're almost. It's funny considering the character she's paired with on like the manga volumes, but like her and Hahari almost click immediately. It's so easy.
it's so funny too, because there is a moment where she goes Goo Goo baby mode and she ends up calling her mommy, and it just triggered something in Hahadi, and she just undressed so she can go and give her. Uh,
Oh yeah, she
no.
does. I think there's. I
was
think
like,
I don't know.
oh my
I don't know if anyone's ever looked it up, but there is like a counter of how many girls have been actually breastfed by Hahari. I think the only two besides Hikari, because that's her actual daughter. The other two, I believe, are Kurumi and Kishka, for reasons because they both have quirks that kind of lead into it. Yeah,
Now, prior to this moment, though, you are correct, because I think she has openly, Hahari has openly wanted to do this for all the other girls prior to her introduction.
agreed.
But I think she was the first one when she went into baby mode that she straight up was like, "Yes, I want." and because I think after like so many chapters of build up to that moment when she finally got a yes from somebody, she just awakened. She became full on mother mode, and it was one of the funniest sequences within that chapter. Absolutely hilarious from that. I always appreciate Kishka because Kishka's whole thing is like even when she has her moments where she is, of course, being herself, they always manage to uh slip in these moments when she goes into the baby mode, never as like the core focus, but will always be in the background.
Yeah.
You'll always see her in the background getting pampered. And I think to me, that's my favorite thing about it is that they'll be able to really naturally switch between her being her serious mode and her being her pampered mode.
Yeah, there's
You know what I
actually,
mean?
it's funny because there was a chapter recently with her and Karane. She's, because Karane, for those who don't know, Karane is also an older sister. We do get to see, Karane is weird because we've seen her family, but it's been in a very weirdly brief moments. But the only running joke with her family that's important is that her entire family is also tsundere. It's like a genetic thing. They're all tsunderes. And Kishka's helping Karane deal with her, like, her not being an overprotective older sister because her brother, I think, was getting bullied or something. And in return, Karane tries to keep Kishka straight laced because it doesn't take a lot. Like, really, it's funny that in the school she has a reputation of being like this really cool One-san type personality. But if you really wanted to, it's easy to flip Kishka's switch. Like, I think the scene they show is they're doing training and they run by a baby with a bottle, and I think all she saw was like the baby getting head patted or the bottle in its mouth, and that was like enough to set her off. And I'm just like, she has one of those rare gags that works in front and in the background, and it never really gets old because fun fact, Kishka, my favorite part of her joke is that she's self-aware of her joke. She's self-aware that it's not good and it's not healthy. She flips between caring and not caring. But every time she comes out of being in the baby mode, she's like, "Kill me!" It's like all the embarrassment. It's actually a gag that I think Kusuri has, but it's not as pronounced. Kusuri has that same gag. I think it's the chapter they skipped in the anime, KG, with the penguin.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
It's like a toy penguin that she plays with that the anime skips over the chapter because they're like, oh, we don't have enough time. And there's a gag in the middle of that chapter where she takes a drug to make herself older, and she goes, and now she's self-conscious about playing with the doll because instead of looking like 7 playing with the doll, she looks like she's 18 playing with the same doll and going, this isn't good. This doesn't feel right. It just take that gag and just apply it to Kishka all the time. That's literally it. I actually think it's adorable.
She tries so hard, but can never hold the urge, and she just goes pampered. It is great. But I do agree with you. I think my favorite thing, no, like you said, is that they never overplay it. It's like they know exactly when to use it. It's never used in every single sequence. And then when they do something like this and it happens to be a core focus, they immediately follow it up with her actual reactions to knowing that shit just happened. The fact that she's aware is the best thing, just like you said, man. I have to agree with you in the ranking that she deserves. I think she is an S tier character. Because like she has all of like the qualities of a comedic yet absolutely adorable individual, and I can't that's a rare one for me because Kishka, I would put her as like the lowest S for me personally, but she definitely deserves that S tier spot regardless.
Absolutely.
She just nudged it just enough to hit that S spot.
I mean, I'm biased. I would have put her ass regardless. I want you to understand that.
It is your tier list, buddy. I mean, I can't say Jack.
No, that's not true. I didn't invite you if it was just my tier list. Okay, we're not gonna do this. Okay.
Okay. You get one unit that you can do wherever ranking you want. There you go.
Oh my god. So next up is our oldest member of girlfriends. Did
you put her in S already?
Yeah, of course. The fuck? She's right there.
Oh, I didn't see that. For some reason, it didn't show on my
oh
screen.
no, I'm extremely biased. I was honestly.
I didn't even see. I just blinked and it's already
Oh,
there.
I would have. I'm be real. I would have fought for that regardless. Even if you were like, what about A? No. But our next character is actually the grandmother of a character we haven't gotten to yet. This is Hyaku-nin, the grandmother of Kusuri Hyaku-nin. You wouldn't know this because looking at her design, this woman is 89 years old. But canonically, she looks like she's 8. And that's because Kusuri's entire family are drug addicts. Huh? Respectfully, they're all drug addicts.
Can I just give my respects to Natty for giving her one of the best names? Fucking Grande Madre.
Oh my god. It's like English with Spanish, and it pisses me off.
I know, but it just works that it's from Natty of all characters.
It makes sense. So to properly explain, I mean, Yaku's an interesting character because Yaku was introduced when we got introduced to Kusuri's family. It's weird because a lot of her gags are based around her age under the context of her being like a lolly still, though. It's a very interesting mixture. Like, for example, she looks a lot like her granddaughter. Literally, the only visual difference between them is I think Yaku has longer hair. I'm trying to find a good picture with both of them in it.
And the eyes specifically, too.
Yeah, the eyes. They have the same color, but I would say it's almost like getting a mature Kusuri without changing her design. That's kind of what she is. Yaku is interesting because a lot of her gags is like, for example, she doesn't understand technology. She fights like a ninja for some fucking reason. Don't ask me why. Actually, you know why. And she has like this weird. It's like take a mature lolly, and then that's kind of what Yaku is. Yaku is one of those characters that unfortunately never works as like a main gag character, but she works as like a side gag character. Meaning, if you pair her with somebody, she tends to work really well. She just doesn't work well by herself. Like, I think actually there's a joke with the nurse chapter. Remember the chapter where all the girls go to the nurse before the nurse becomes like introduced properly to the girls? And the gag is that like Yaku hangs, because Yaku's too old, she hangs out in Hahari's room, the chairwoman's room. And it was like Hahari, Mai, I think it was Hahari, Mai, and it might have just been Hahari and Mai, and Hahari, Mai, and Mato, and then her. Well, Hahari, I think, was in a mood. Mai slipped and hurt herself, which then led to Yaku saving them both. But in the process, she cracked her back. So as a result, the person who needed medical assistance, even though Hahari and Mai caused the accident, and Mato, I think, was Yaku, and Yaku just needed a fucking ice pack. They essentially do the old woman and a young body joke while also still doing old women jokes. That's really all Yaku is. And she has probably some of the more like cute / mature moments.
With that said, though,
go ahead.
The dialogue that they give her in those chapters where she's like at her serious moments, or like in her more I guess in her more mentor kind of like way, because obviously being 90s years old or close to that, she obviously has a lot of knowledge of, well, in personal things. And I think what makes her work so well is she retains all of that when she becomes young. Whereas with like Kusuri, she really does sort of revert back to an 8-year-old in some capacity. But with Yaku, she actually maintains all of that.
Yaku doesn't mentally regress at all. She is 90 the whole way through.
Exactly. But like that's what I'm saying. Like to me, the best thing about her character is her dialogue, the lines that they give her and the interactions that she tends to have with a lot of these girls, and especially with that girl, are honestly some of the best. I know we were just talking about our previous girl just now, and they had a really solid chapter together. When I believe they were in was it an amusement park or
Oh,
something like that?
it's the one you're talking about, the chapter where like Kishka's concerned that Yaku isn't like indulging in the girlfriend side stuff enough. So she's
Yeah,
trying
and she's kind of
you're
like,
good.
yeah, you wanted to like make her live a little, kind of thing.
Yeah, but the problem is that Kishka kept flipping into baby mode half the time, so nothing got accomplished.
Yeah.
Have I
And then
made
the end
have
of
I
the
made the
chapter ends with it's like she's like, no, I just enjoy being with you guys.
have they made the joke about Yaku babying Kishka yet? Actually, it's in that chapter. It's in that chapter.
Hmm.
There's a side joke of Kusuri shadowing the date with Shizuka because she's like, "You're not gonna steal my grandmother from me," in which Shizuka's like a ride or die for Kusuri, which is probably one of my favorite Shizuka side jokes. And then it kind of falls into itself because it ends up happening anyway. But Kishka and Kusuri and Shizuka went and was enjoying the park themselves as well. So they're kind of like, I'll let it go for now.
And then they like walk away like in this like emotional moment, like
Yeah, like there's this cute moment where I think I think like Yaku sitting next to Rentaro with Kishka on Yaku's lap. And in the background, you can see Kusuri and Shizuka with the bears. Because they won bears. And they're walking away with their sunglasses and these bears like, I'll let you have this one for today. And you're just like, what the fuck?
And she like pats her on the back, being like, "You did good," and some shit.
Yeah, Shizuka's being like, that's like one of my favorite side gags that unfortunately doesn't come up much at all anymore. But that was so funny. I know exactly what you're talking about though. Yaku's just weird to place for me. I will say that though.
Really, now I will say, actually, I kind of agree with you. She's at least top.
She's hanging somewhere between A and B for me. I just don't know where. I think objectively, I think she fits in more with the A's and the B's.
I will give her A because I'm honestly gonna have to be real with you. When we get to Kusuri, it's not gonna be all bright and dandy for her when I talk about her. But like out of the two, I personally prefer Yaku more so than Kusuri.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on the matter.
No, I probably I agree in certain instances. I will say Yaku's more consistent, whereas Kusuri can go weirdly up and down for me depending on the situation.
Yeah.
The next girl we have, I think, is probably one of those other kind of falls into the line of girls that are cool, but she's a real slow burn ass girl, and that is Momoji Momoi.
I'm gonna be upfront, bro. This is the highest I'm gonna go. Like, she is. Oh my god, I would fight for her to be above S tier, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Really? That's crazy.
You would think it wouldn't, but like, god damn! Every single time she is on this guy on the page on scene, she has me cracking up every single time, bro. She is such a funny ass character to me personally. Now, in terms of like a romantic interest and all that, it kind of falls a little back. But goddamn, when she comes in and it's pure comedy moment, she is probably one of the best, if not the best, in that sequence, bro. Because they always seem to know what to do with her every moment. Like I love what was it? It was with her and with the Brazilian chick.
Oh, Era?
If you remember. Yeah.
Is that when she like gropes her behind?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know
and she's like, wow.
So to give context for those who don't understand, Momoji here is 15, so I believe she's in the same grade as is she in the same grade as Rentaro or is she a freshman? I forget which.
Ah, that is a good question.
Hold on,
I
wait,
think
wait, wait,
she
wait, wait,
is.
wait, 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 wait. She
No,
is
with Kurumi.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're both middle school. They're like last year of middle school. Because people
Yeah.
gotta remember, in Japan, middle school goes all the way up to actually she honestly should be pretty much high school doesn't start until 16, meaning 16 because they only have 3 years of high school. So she would technically be a freshman in America, but in Japan she's like last year of middle school.
Yeah.
Momoji here is Momoji's actually really straightforward. Momoji just likes soft stuff. She likes touching things. She's a very tactile person. She likes to touch things, anything that's soft. And she's also really well known for being a masseuse because she likes to touch and grope things. The reason why this is important is that this is not limited to just things that are soft. This is also things like breasts and thighs and ass cheeks. She just likes to grope soft shit.
She's groped them so much she can tell a cup size just from the fact that she can touch it, bro. So she knows the order for Rentado's family from smallest to largest.
Yeah.
That means she had to have gone out of her way to have gone to every single girl, at least groped them once. Just said, "Yep, I know where she fits in the ranking."
Yeah, Momoji. Oh Lord. So here's the thing about Momoji for me. Momoji only has that one gimmick. The only other thing that she's done that I think is adorable is the chapter where they're not drunk but they're drunk. Apparently, one of Momoji's drunk quirks is this underbite thing she does, and for some reason, I just find that face adorable. I don't know why I do, but I do. That's just how she is. Don't ask me about it. I can't explain it to you. It's not healthy. Don't question me about it. Just know that she has an underbite and it's adorable. But her only real gimmick is just groping shit. That's all Momoji tends to do. Although to be fair, Momoji gets a lot of side gags harassing people in the background. She's another one of those, like, her background joke of groping people works. And
feels.
and that's just how she is. Also, for some reason, she has a lot of cute. Her with her hair down is adorable. She rocks like this bun on her head a lot. This like where her hair down is adorable to me. Momoji, I will say, is a slow burn character in the context of it takes a hot minute for you really to like her because Momoji and actually the girl right next to her don't really start out the gate swinging, which is why when season 3 comes, because we're now in season 3 girl territory, I'm gonna be real with you. Other than Natty is like the best for me personally out of this batch. But Momoji and the other one, the next one we're gonna talk about after this, in the beginning, they're kind of whatever. In the beginning, they have their gag. The gag is kind of funny and cute, and then it's kind of you kind of just move on and go to the next thing. It takes her a couple chapters, some chapters she gets with Kurumi later, some chapters she gets with some of the other girls later. That kind of, and unfortunately, I don't know how you feel about it. So I don't know how KG feels about the lolly chapters, is what I call them. The chapters where they take all the small, cute little girl characters and put them in small, cute little girl situations. I don't know how else to describe those chapters. That's what they are. They're literally chapter. It's where I just saw. It's this. It's where they take a bunch of cute small girls and have them do cute small shit. Usually it involves like Momoji, Kusuri, Shizuka, Chiyo, Sue, and Yaku, just because the gag is funny for Yaku. That's why it's funny for her.
Is that Aku?
It's Akko's watching from behind, and that's Rentaro melted. But they're
I don't think they like. I think the girls were doing their own thing in that chapter, right?
Yeah, they were, but like they were watching in the background. But but Momoji's usually thrown into the lolly group, meaning the girls who are just kind of doing things in the background I mean, the little girl. Yeah, this hairstyle is fucking adorable. For some reason, Momoji gets some really cute hairstyles that just work for me. I don't know what the fuck it is. I also just like her general outfit in general. I like it. This one's. I just like it. I just like her design. But as a result, those chapters don't do a lot for me. But they might work for some people. So for me, she didn't rank high until I think we got that chapter with her and Kurumi when they're like waiting in line for something. I think Kurumi's waiting in line. Oh, they're waiting in line for that is it the pork bun? And like Momoji wants to grope it, but Kurumi wants to eat the pork bun. That chapter did a lot for me for some reason for Momoji. Momoji, unfortunately, just doesn't get a lot of singular stuff. So I
think that is her weakest aspect. Is like she's never the forefront in any of the chapters.
Yeah.
Even when she's like heavily involved, like she's never the core focus. She's always there, just similar to like some of the other girls, where she gives an additional sequence to, kind of switch things up a little bit for like a page or two, where she'll do her own thing and then we'll go back to the main plot immediately afterwards. And it's so funny to me because I feel like she sold me at the start, but then yeah, I will admit afterwards it did slow down a bit and then came back up again, and it kind of stayed in a stationary position. Like she never got any better or any worse. She's just kind of been in that like sweet middle spot, for me personally. But with that being said, she has probably one of my favorite jokes where it's her and Rentaro. And it was at the end of like, I think it was either her debut chapter or like a chapter later, where they're like, yo, you know who deserves a massage? The one who's working on this manga.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And they just like have this cutesy walk away in the sunset shit as they're walking over there. But I forgot when they went there, wasn't it all pixelated? And
yeah,
shit?
It was pixelated.
And so that shit had me in tears. I don't know what it was. It like I find her style of comedy to be some of my favorite just because it's so outlandish and just comes out of complete nowhere. Also, fun fact for those who may be a fan of One Piece, apparently she has a mouse pad, and it's a character-based mouse pad that resembles Nami from One Piece. So
she has a booby mouse pad, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's of Nami.
So where would you rank her? Because
okay, jokingly, I know it's a goddess, but if I had to be genuinely honest with you, I think
I probably
solid A.
Really, I put her in B personally.
I think she is personally. She hits a lot of the things that I know that is more humorous for me that I think might not be for others. So it lands a little bit more just towards the A. But I'm not gonna say like she is the first place A. Like she's like at the lowest of A's if I had to go. So it would fluctuate
I'll rock
depending
that.
on how I feel.
I'll rock that. We'll put her in low A for now.
Yeah.
Now the character she's partnered with in the volume is also a character who suffers for a similar reason. Yamame Yashashiki. Yame is a big girl. So stupid. She's a
That's it. What?
she's a big girl. So Yame is her gimmick is the country. She's the country girl. They essentially took the idea of a girl who really likes nature and animals and plants and shit and just went, that's her, but she's super into like saving all life. Like all life to precious to her. And I mean like all life is precious to her. Like it's really goofy. Fun fact, Yame is the student or one of the main students under Momoha. So the way we end up meeting Momoha in a chapter is because we're helping out Yamame do something, and she's the teacher that's over Yamame. It's actually hilarious in that way. Yamame is in the same class as Iku and Hasu, which is why we get that chapter later on with Hasu and Iku and her, which I think was really needed for her. I'm agree with you. Yamame's biggest problem is the fact that other than her gimmick, I think in some ways she's about in the same tier as Momoji in the sense that like Except I think Yamame isn't as funny because Yamame's gag only works sometimes. The only time I think about it that I think is hilarious is remember the wrestling chapter that I hope the anime actually animates properly? Where the I think Hakari snuck otter meat into the damn stew they were eating that got them all hot and bothered. So they had to wrestle, and if any of the girls won, then Rento would have to do something for them, and vice versa. And
Yeah.
they get to wrestling, and because Yamame is actually pretty strong as well, so Yamame is actually winning the wrestling match and is about to throw him on the ground. And then I think he's like, but all life is sacred. No, I think it was something stupid like either a butterfly or something was on the ground, and she like went, no, all life is sacred, and flipped over and took and fell instead of him. Like that's her running joke. Now, what has helped her for me personally are the chapters she's had with Hikari. That has done a lot for me. And just to give context, Hikari has this thing about looking cute but being really suggestive, and Yamame has wanted to emulate that. So we get actually I know KG likes it because of the gag we got out of that chapter with the squirrel, with the fucking
Yes.
with the fucking squirrel. So I will say Yamame, just like Momoji, is a slow burn character. When she's introduced, over time, I've enjoyed her more. I would still say I enjoy her less than Momoji though, because Momoji just has more variation in her gag, whereas like Yamame's is pretty straightforward. The main thing I like about Yamame half the time is when she's paired with a Hikari, or if her and Hikari are in a sequence together, because they will reference that they're cool now. And I think there was a scene, there was something recent where like Yamame was like, I think Hikari had her blouse open, so she was showing cleavage, and Yamame was like, I should do that too. And did the same thing. I like that. But yeah. But go ahead, KG. I'll let you get your 2 cents in.
Okay, no worries. But I think that's the thing, is that her gimmick isn't necessarily a trait or like a personality. It's literally just her physique, and it's mainly the fact that she's tall, and and she has a cute connection with nature. Henceforth, she is always usually sometimes with the butterflies you see around her, or specifically with the MVP of the two, the squirrel. That squirrel has some really great like one instant bits here and there, but um to me, yeah, she falls a little bit more back personally, not because like she is a bad character, but more so because she doesn't necessarily uh do much outside of just being tall. You know what I mean? Like most of the jokes just are surround herself of just being tall, and that's really it. And don't get it twisted, like she's not a bad character. Like she's absolutely adorable, bro. Every time you see her, she's just nothing but cuteness, bro. Um, but she sadly falls behind for me because like I don't like compared to like with Momonji, where I can like remember a lot of the sequences for her, I don't really remember that much from
Yeah.
Yamame. Also, they completely took her joke or her way of talking in the localization release of the manga, because in the translation versions she has a thing where she usually ends her sentences with I or something of that sort,
Yeah.
correct? But in the official English localization of said manga, somebody else does that who we'll get to soon, and that threw a huge confusion on my head because I was like, wait, what? I thought that was what her whole thing is, and now it also throws me off. So that means like that thing isn't even attached to her character. The whole I thing is not even a part of her no more. It belongs to somebody else completely. So it's a weird thing with her character per se. I don't necessarily hate her. I love her design, but she doesn't necessarily carry anything of memorable moments outside of like one or two instances where I could think off the top of my head. Like I love the Iku chapter, especially the fucking bird jamming itself up the butt, and that shit had me in tears. But that was mostly because of Iku more than anybody else. But yeah, I'm sorry. As compared to Momoji, who is at A, I would put her at B.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, that's where she's gonna go for me too. I don't think she's bad. There's nothing wrong with her. She just doesn't have a lot. Um, I'm gonna just be real with you. Next one up is gotta go in Goddess for me, low key. I'm gonna just be real with
I only got 2 words for you. Fact you.
you, dog. So next up is probably gonna be the MVP of season 3, and one of my favorites in the whole fucking manga. Is Nadeshiko. No, wait, my bad. Yamato Nadeshiko, who is 24 years old, is only Japanese, and is obsessed with America. We actually already have her rendered, Kevin. Look at her render.
Shit, there it is.
Look at the render. She's adorable. All right, we'll stop. All right, look.
So God, they knew this is where it's gonna hit.
So
bro.
fans, for those who don't know, I think it's her and Chio we've already seen their designs for in the anime, even though it doesn't happen until later this year. So, Nadeshiko, or as her nickname is, Natty, is only Japanese. She's not American at all. Unlike fucking Era, who's like half Brazilian, she is only Japanese. So Natty's gimmick is really, really simple. As a child, she became obsessed with him. I don't even think her hair is actually blonde. I think canonically it's black, if I remember correctly. We only see it once in like a flashback or something, but like her actual her hair is originally black. She dyes her hair. She essentially becomes obsessed with America as a child, to the point where she wants to like just straight up have the freedom of America. It's or as they like to call it, an Americophile. Americophile. That's crazy. She's really into, it's really the freedom stuff. And of course it's the stereotypical Texas obsession. It's not even, of all the American things, it's always fucking Texas. Because that's what it is.
I think that's the funniest thing about it all. It has to be goddamn Texas, bro.
The kicker with all, so, and to the point where she speaks a broken English version of Western. Like she talks like a Southerner, but not really though, because she's Japanese. Here's the kicker. She's a teacher at the school. That's how they end up meeting. That's how her and Rentaro ends up meeting. She's a teacher. What's the language she teaches? Japanese. For some fucking reason, this is what she does. She teaches Japanese. Actually, not, you know why she teaches Japanese? Because she has a perfect mastery of the Japanese language. Essentially, she's the example of the Japanese person who was so slammed with Japanese custom and formal upbringing that it made her crash out, and she became obsessed with America purely off of the ability and the concept of freedom. And that's what she's based her entire character around. And I'm gonna tell you right now, she's fucking adorable and a goddess. I don't care. I'm gonna be here with you. I don't care what. This is what she looked like when she like as a child. I think when she's younger. This is what she originally looks like.
That was before freedom was introduced into her life.
Exactly.
and this is what happens when you get freedom.
So I'm gonna be real with you. She's adorable. She has like a bunch of side quirks. On top of the whole like America joke, which is surprisingly funnier than you think it would be, there's also the running joke that because she hangs out with a bunch of high school students, she gets put in these situations where she has to deal with other adults and explain herself, but she can't keep using her American like fake accent because people don't understand her. So by the end of the joke, she has to revert back to using her perfect Japanese that she doesn't want to use. So it's that. She also has this cute thing that when she's drunk, she's a crybaby drunk. fucking adorable. And then she also is the girl who likes to cuddle and hug all the fucking time, which is fucking adorable. The bitch is going in goddess tier. I don't give a fuck what happens at this point. Go ahead, Kevin, because I will geek out all fucking day. Natty is great.
I could go on a 2-hour tangent with this girl, bro. She is honestly one of the greatest characters that they introduced in this class, bro. My favorite thing, though, is every single time when she is being full freedom mode and she has to be brought into a serious conversation, she immediately turns off that switch and is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's actually my information." Like like almost every time, whenever she gets in trouble or she has to fix herself up. What was it? I think it was a chapter where she was with Chio and they were at the park.
Yeah, and then
shit like that.
And the police thought she was like a pedophile or something. So she had to explain it, but she tried to use the American. It didn't work, so she had to go right back in the Japanese. Like, excuse me, my name is Nadeshiko Yamato. I am 24 years old. I currently work as a teacher at this school. I am just helping these students with some shit. And you're just like, and then it's funny. Actually, her interactions with Hyaku is also pretty funny because Hyaku is very traditionally Japanese, and she doesn't. Yeah, that's it. There's the chapter where Hyaku can't understand anything that Natty says, and Natty gets insecure about it because they really can't communicate. It's actually adorable. Fuck it. All right. Hyaku's justified.
Look at the name, Yak the Natties.
It's so stupid. Everything's dumb with her.
Natty's hammer.
Everything.
This is the one I wanted to mention. She gets so serious whenever she's like that, and all the students never pay attention to her when she's in her serious mode. But if you go and look at what it says at the very bottom of that page specifically, if you move away from it, read what it says.
Her completely borked language is interesting enough to keep the class engaged. Not only that, but because they have to concentrate harder to decipher what she says, student grades have actually gone up since Natty started teaching. How stupid is that? She's going in goddess tier. She even has an American flag apron, yo. And she
Americans, we have an obligation, bro. And it is a mandatory.
And she's making hamburgers. She's making everything about this woman is great. She's not the only goddess in our group, but god damn it, she's going in fucking god tier. When the anime gets to her, because I think we have to go through Chio first, she's going god. We can't stick on this because now we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Okay.
Okay. Now before we do though, I'm gonna just say this right now. Whoever is going to be the one that's gonna voice her, I give you nothing but absolute best of luck, because god damn, she is going to be hard to work with.
I'm concerned about the dub more than the Japanese, honestly.
I hope. Man, there was a show I watched.
There's no way. Oh, go ahead.
Just to explain, there was a show I remember watching. It was about some kind of like red hair girl who's always treated like a guy because of like her personality. And there was a friend that she had there who was a blondie. And in the English,
you're talking about Tomo-chan is a girl.
Yeah, that one. There was a blonde chick in there, and her VA, if I'm correct, did both the English and the Japanese. I think that was the case.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's Charlotte or Cheryl.
Yeah. And so I would hope that if anybody can do it, I hope she's the one that gets her, bro. Like I think she would be the perfect one to go and try out for Natty personally.
We will see.
I haven't seen any other roles that she's done outside of that, so I'm kind of curious.
I don't even think we have a voice for her yet anyway.
No. No confirmation on that whatsoever. As far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think we have any confirmation on voices because we don't even know when next year she's supposed to come out. So, with that being said, this is going to be the character who's going to make or break season 3.
I'm so sad that this show's about to get canceled in episode 1 of season.
You know
3,
what?
bro.
Her design is actually adorable. I'm actually low-key pissed. So
You know what pisses me off even more? The design they gave her in one of the other chapters, way in the future, where they aged her up.
So
you remember that one?
I do. We gotta rip the Band-Aid off. So after this girl, we'll be dealing with all the anime girls that everyone's seen in the anime. This here is Chio. I think that's Lin, right? That's gotta be Lin. No, In. It's In Chio. It's her last name is In. Like I-N. It has 2 I's for some fucking reason. So here's the thing about Chio In. Chio is obviously another lolly character. She's 12 years old. I think she's I think her and Day are like the youngest, if I remember correctly. Yeah, her, Day, and Eru are all the youngest girls in Rintaro's harem, which I think they're about a 4-year age gap from Rintaro, which
Yeah, but I believe she is the youngest. Yeah,
of the three of those two.
She's the youngest
because her birthday's in October. Days is in August, and Eru's birthday is. Do we not know it yet? No, we don't know it yet. We don't know her birthday yet. No, we don't know her birthday yet. The reason, but that's not the thing about her that makes her controversial. She's actually the first of the 12-year-olds we're gonna get, because technically the other 2 are from later on. So when she's introduced, she's the youngest girlfriend, and as of today, she's still considered the youngest girlfriend. That's not the main problem. The main problem is that Chio is Rintaro's cousin. There's no easy way to explain this. She is they are related. Her father is his uncle. There is no but here's the only thing that makes this a little funny to me is that Chio is a character who is essentially obsessed with Law and Order. That's the best way I can describe it. She's a character who's a very strict rule follower, bookworm, everything needs to be clean, things that need to be in order. She's insane in that way. So the running joke that for whatever fucking reason, the character who's obsessed with order is also the character who fucking is the cousin, is her boyfriend's cousin. Okay, so here's the thing. Nobody was cool with this, all right? I want y'all to understand that, okay?
Even the manga itself was like, you serious right now? Is this even allowed?
And it's only allowed in Japan. I don't even know how the dub is going to address it, honestly, because it's not like they're kind of like BS dating. No, they're dating in the same capacity as Hikari, Karane. She's dating in the same fucking way. There is no way to explain this, bro. She is there. There is no way. There is no. Also, for some reason, her dad is cool with it, which means.
Oh.
Yeah, her dad is actually weird. It's actually the whole thing is wild. I'm gonna be real with y'all. When it comes up in the anime, the fans are gonna have to take an L on it. I'm gonna just be real with you. Also, this is the picture,
and it is crazy because it's the first. Oh my!
As manga fans, we're gonna have to take an L on it. There is no defense for this. She's his cousin. They kiss, they date. Chio actually has some very cute gimmicks. Like, for example, because her mother died, she actually gets a decent amount of heartwarming chapters based around her family with her dad and her the loss of her mother. Her relationship with Kusuri is actually specifically interesting because of it. Because Chio has this weird thing about when she loses her glasses, she turns into a crybaby. And she has to have her glasses on. I don't remember what the basis behind this issue is. Do you remember what the reason behind the glasses thing was? I don't remember specifically what it was.
I honestly do not either. Shit.
Hold on. Yeah, when Chio loses her glasses, her personality changes. She becomes teary and anxious and will begin crying uncontrollably. This is persists until her glasses are restored to her. Yeah, they don't even explain why she's like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chio's very like order bound, rule bound. I think it's also because her dad is extremely lax. I like the best way I like to describe it is that she's like a mama's girl. She was a mama's girl, and I don't even think they've delved into the reason. We just know there's some. I just think it's cute with her and Kusuri specifically. I think she even calls Kusuri mom at one point, which is fucking hilarious.
Oh, right, when she was like in her older form, if
Yeah,
I'm correct.
When Kusuri's like 18, and I think Chio lost her glasses. I think Kusuri like rested her glasses on Chio's face, and Chio on like instinct called her mom, even though she doesn't look like her mom at all. It's just a vibe. It's like a motherly vibe that Chio clicks with. I'm gonna be real, y'all. I think Chio by herself is actually a pretty enjoyable character. She gets a lot of good string of jokes, some nice heartwarming chapters. Even the stuff she has with like Day and some of the other characters. Even her kissing chapter is probably my favorite one because it's her banning the rest of the girls from kissing him. If you remember, that's the chapter.
Yeah, because of to keep
Because
things clean and shit.
Yeah, to keep things ordered and shit. This coming from his cousin who ends up kissing him at the end of that chapter. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. She gonna be the girl that's gonna make everyone go, man, you gotta get the fuck out. Like everything else, like Hahari would have been the first gate. Chio is the main gate. If you can rock with this after dealing with Chio, then it is what it is. She also gets a lot of cute chapters with Natty, which helps her out a lot. Chio actually by herself isn't a bad character by any means. She's very enjoyable and pretty funny. But even her date chapters with Rentaro aren't bad. You know what the problem is? In the back of your mind, cousins. You just,
You can't talk about her without ever bringing that up because it is unfortunately it is more prevalent than her actual trait
yeah,
in this
unfortunately.
discussion. And that is her biggest downfall. It's like she genuinely has a lot of good moments. She genuinely, yeah, look at this right there. Look, it's adorable. Like she genuinely has a lot of great interactions with all of the other girls, and some of the stuff that they like. Look at this, it's so funny.
It's so stupid.
But it's that specific thing about cousins that just complete. What the hell happened to him in that one? I don't remember.
Oh,
that.
he's rocking the outfit, the summer, actually the connoisseur outfit. Actually, Loki, I think Polly would like this just off of the premise. So they're all nosebleeding at him rocking that outfit.
But yeah, unfortunately, it's so hard and it's so mean too because like she genuinely does have a lot of good things about her character, especially with her other interactions and even her moments with Rentaro. But you can never talk about it without always having the word cousin somewhere in your back of your mind because that is unfortunately the thing that carries her character the most. And that to me is why I keep jokingly saying, bro, I can't believe season 3 is about to get the worst ranking in social media when that shit drops.
Well, the other reason why is because I would argue it has some of the weakest girls. That's the only other reason why I'd say that.
That too as well.
Because when you look at the girls, you're going from what Mei, Iku, Meido, and Kurumi to fucking Chio, Natty, Yame, and Momoji. Now
some of those don't take until much later for them to release.
Oh yeah, almost. Other than Natty, I think the other characters are all slow burns. Chio's a slow burn. Actually, that's not fair. Chio's not a slow burn. Chio just has that one. You have to get used to the premise of Chio before anything else. Chio actually has a lot of good moments early on. It's just that cousin.
You know what? I'm gonna be respectful to how nice and tidy she likes to be. I'm gonna put her in C for Chio.
Really?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I
It's
think
like
I think
on
fairly.
the top of my head, like I would put
Objectively,
her in B.
okay. I was leaning between B and A.
I'm leaning more towards B, unfortunately.
We'll rock
And it's
B.
not because she's
I'll
a
put her
bad
high.
character,
I'll put
bro.
it's the cousin.
Yeah, you could put her high B if you want, but goddamn, bro.
Cousin.
I think that pisses me off the most is that it's just that cousin. If it wasn't a part of it, I really genuinely believe she would be much higher. But
Yeah, that's
goddamn,
literally it. That's literally it. The cut. It's not even that she's 12. That's the crazy part. It's crazy that he introduced a 12-year-old girlfriend and a lolly, another lolly, like a legit lolly, and people's issue has nothing to do with those two things. It's because she's fucking. It's because they're cousins, and because Japan is a little bit more chill about that shit. There's nothing. There is nothing anyone's gonna be able to say to justify. I think as a character, she's great, which is better than a lot of cousin characters in fucking anime. I'm looking at you, Sword Art Online, with your weird ass. She's a fine character, but that cousin shit's gonna get us fucked up. I don't even know I don't know how the anime is going to address it, because it's the only thing that kind of helps it is the fact that the anime kind of doesn't take itself seriously. But I just want y'all to understand something. Of the girls that we're getting for season 3, it's the cousin, Friabu, Yame, and Momoji. And then the season after, we get fucking Yaku, Kishka, Ako, Uto, and maybe Mai. It's either gonna be Uto and it'll either stop at Uto or stop at Mai. Season 4 will go crazy, yo. Just between Yaku, Kishka, and fucking Ako, that's it. Fucking it. If I get Mai,
the big three, right?
if I get Mai, it's over. I fucking love Mai. Moving on, now we get to the girlfriends that you all should know.
And this is where it's going to get really,
now listen,
really long, bro.
Now listen, we're already like about not really, about an hour in. We need to be very fucking careful about this, okay? Because
that would require us.
We have to finish this.
Talk about each girl for 6 minutes each.
Okay, listen.
There is no fucking way.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the ranking and then go backwards. May, not Mimi. May. Where do we put May?
Are we serious here?
Yes. I want you to tell me where we put May.
I mean, there's only one appropriate tier for her, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Nah, tell me what it is. Because the G cup isn't here. I think she
deserves a goddess tier, bro. I'm just gonna say that up front, bro.
Ooh, I don't know.
I think I would because she absolutely is either low goddess, high S for me personally.
I'll meet you in the middle and put her in S. I wouldn't. I was gonna lean towards A personally. I like May. May, for those who don't know from the anime, is pretty much a shy girl to the highest extent of the word. We don't really have to say as much in the context of like, because most of you, if you've watched the anime, you've already seen her. Like, you already know what she looks like. You already know her gimmicks. The only other things you learn about. Actually, no, most of the stuff you need to know, you've already seen, like her knitting, the knitting thing. Most of her stuff isn't, like, even in the manga, most of it isn't really based around anything that you don't know about, except for the sequence. I forget, did the anime do the sequence where she's rocking the shades? Remember, because like she gets a different haircut.
Oh, the glasses chapter, right?
Yeah. Actually, no, isn't that for Chio?
I think that was Chio.
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's gonna be when we get introduced to it later.
I don't want to go too deep into it, but long story short, May's gimmicks are pretty much what you've seen. She's super shy, and she loves to knit, and she likes to teleport like Naruto characters because she's a fan of misdirection. The best thing I can really say about her is that she's really fucking cute. Like, she's really fucking cute. She just doesn't have a lot going for her, for me at least, to justify putting her in S or goddess, but if I would put her anywhere, I'd probably put her A. And since we meet in the middle and that kind of stuff, I'll give her a low S. That's what I do.
You know what's my favorite thing about Mimi's character though? She is like the one girl in this show, or at least in this series, who's at that image, who is actually uh evolving as a character. Like she's actually growing as an individual. Like she starts off being so timid, so shy, so socially awkward with everybody because she doesn't want to be anywhere. She doesn't want to be, she wants to stay hidden, and hence why they make the joke about her when they reveal her size and everything, because the whole point was that she just tries to hide it all. She doesn't want to be the main attention. But she has these chapters where she's slowly becoming more and more of wanting Rentaro. And I don't know what it is and how they do it, but she genuinely is growing as an individual, where she's actually starting to care more about what she wants and what, trying to enjoy that. And I don't know what it is. I think she's like one of the rare girls in this story who's actually getting development. Maybe that's just me overthinking it. But
it's a slow
at least
burn.
from the chapters. Yeah, it's a slow burn, but it's like one that's actually naturally growing as like you read these chapters, which is not really something that could be said for a lot of the other girls, because most of the other girls tend to kind of stick in their lane. But with Meme, I genuinely see a lot of growth coming from her, which is interesting because I'm wondering if they're going to do something with that later down the road. Is there a reason why they're kind of like hinting towards this? This is more speculation.
It usually banks on who we get as another girlfriend. Usually the way the girlfriends rotate is that their relevance correlates with another character, which then leads into another character getting development. Kind of like with Yame and Hakari, or Kishka and Kusari, or fucking Iku and Hasu, or even Tama and fucking Hahari in some instances. Like they wrote, or Himika and Uta, for example. Like they girls just rotate around and end up benefiting other girls. Actually, Moritaka and her and Chio, for God's sakes, because they're essentially the same. I like to make the joke that Moritaka is just Chio as an adult, which somehow makes Moritaka even more cute to me, and it angers me. Also, side note, KG is right. Older Chio would have literally been fucking S tier for me, just off of the design alone. You cannot give a girl pigtails, braided pigtails, and cute ass glasses as a fucking 18-year-old woman and think I'm not about to fold like crazy. I will fold. People are like, that's stereotypical bookworm. They're cute as fuck. Leave me alone. I'm a Hinata fan for Naruto. Leave me alone. Also, I'm gonna just be. I already know where this is going. This is KG's favorite girl in the manga, if I remember correctly. Mimi is going.
The blonde chicks who deserve the S goddess tier. Let's fucking go.
Not only the blonde chicks. So her paired up. The one actually is funny because she also has the most random gay moments with is with Mimi. The fact that their names are also incredibly similar.
Naturally.
Yeah, Mei and Mimi. Mimi is a fucking narcissist. Rentaro has 35 girls so far.
Mm-hmm.
So far. Mimi is a narcissist. But she's the
best way possible.
Yeah, it's weird. She's one of the few like narcissistic characters who does not get on my nerves at all. And for some reason, she's also had this weird thing where she has slowly just gotten better as a character. I don't have a downside for Mimi other than the fact that like, no, I don't. Even when she's introduced, she's pretty cute because they do a lot of cute shit with her and Nano, which I think Nano needed it, and I appreciate it. They do a lot of cute shit with her and Mimi, and then recently we've seen her with fucking Akko. They had her do the shit during the school festival where she's the runner in the relay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna bring up. The fucking school thing that was happening. That was like her big moment.
And
because they always
it
joke
felt like
about her having to look best and look beautiful and all that, and essentially like her doing all of this is effectively going against what she normally is meant to be seen as. But she decided to let all that go so she could, help win in the race. And I really enjoy that. Like, Mimi is a narcissist, yes, but she genuinely does understand like her compassion towards her friends and to Rentaro, and it is some of the best. The interaction she has are so incredibly funny or
oh,
incredibly
she's all
heartfelt.
that's the chapter I was thinking of, the Ren Hakari Mimi chapter. When they're on the date together and they're playing with the
Yeah,
toy robots and shit. She's one of them girls. She's like a sleeper girl for me, where I didn't expect her to become as likable as she's become, and it just fucking happened. It just happened.
she genuinely has a lot of like. I think she has some of the best backstory. I think she has some of the best comedy things. I like why like they also seem to do a lot of this with her as well for some reason. That as well. Like what was it? There was a date chapter I forgot where it was with her and Rentaro, and then I think a gust of wind passes by. And Rentaro's looking at her. Look at her design, bro. It's so weird, but it's like she is a narcissist, but like it's not in any way going against her as a character. Like it actively pushes her forward, and it pushes a lot of the other girls that she ends up interacting with forward too, because effectively she just wants the best for everybody. And it's so
We
weird
have to stop.
how well they make her work. Like I could go on
We
forever
have to
with
stop.
Mimi. I have to pause it, bro, but she absolutely in my heart deserves goddess tier, and I'm so grateful you find it in that sense too. She 100% deserves
Yeah, I
it.
wouldn't disagree. Iku is another one. So Iku is our resident masochist. Um, in in the beginning, I used to hate, and I won't say hate's a strong word. I would say I was very indifferent to Iku in the beginning of the series. See, the beginning of the series, Iku's joke doesn't necessarily click with me off rip. It's just masochism. Um, she gets some funny gags that I think work, and actually putting her with Mato, I think works really well because their theming kind of fits each other a lot. Like boundless devotion and love of pain. It kind of like connects to each other. For some reason, that works for me. And she's another girl that over the course of the manga got like a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping they don't skip her date chapter that's coming up. She has that date chapter where she's trying to go out of her way to look more girlish. I think that would help Iku a lot, and I didn't realize it until I started reading the manga again. Iku is extremely honest about everything. And for some reason, that shit hits in a way that's flat out adorable. Like, like, like the tomboy, her she's not like Karane where she's insecure about being a tomboy, but she will go out of her way sometimes to be overly feminine. And she's just naturally like cheerful. She's also a deviant, pretty much. This is our deviant trio, ironically enough. Which she's the only, by the way, she's the only child of the three of these because Mamaha and Hahari are both adults. And she just likes the demons inside of her. Yeah, I'm very rich. I like Iku more now than I did at the beginning. Iku just kind of has been working for me. At least I'm putting her an A for me personally.
I would agree too. I think she has some of the funniest chapters in the later half of the series. And I still can never forget about the Raven jamming its beak up her ass. It's still probably the funniest fucking sequence I think I had in recent chapters. That shit had me dying for like a solid 10 minutes, bro. When I saw that scene, because she blacked out. Like you know how far that shit had to go in for her to just completely black out like that. That's the mindset of it all had me in tears. So
Yeah,
I
she's
agree with
also
you
yeah
100%.
studio. Yeah, she's a tomboy.
Yes, she is absolutely, but it isn't something that like is heavily pushed. But whenever they get into like girly conversations, then she starts becoming a little bit more aware. But her uh her thing about enjoying getting in some capacity pain uh is really well executed, but more so later than now. I
So
think she absolutely gets it.
now we have Mato, which I don't know about you. I think of the anime only girls we've gotten so far, she's probably the weakest for me.
Which hurts me personally.
She's not bad. There's just nothing that's changed with her. Like nothing.
Yeah, because the thing with her is that she has to stay this way because of who she is. And what is she? As you could tell by her name,
May Mato.
a maid.
Ironically enough, I like Mai more than I like May.
And the reason why is because Mai doesn't really act
Oh
like a
my!
maid
Yeah!
100% of the
Yeah!
time.
Mai's whole joke is how unmade like she is. She's naturally clumsy. She's obsessed with like shojo, and she idolizes the fuck out of May to the point where she's internally warring with herself every time she's around Rentaro because she finds
Hmm.
Rentaro attractive. She just can't like do anything about it.
Exactly.
Uh,
With that being said, though, you want to know
May
what her real thing is, though?
what?
The dog ears.
Yeah, the dog ears is
Yep.
probably the biggest thing for a lot of people.
The voice acting that they gave for her were like the some of the cutest in the goddamn show. It's so
And
funny.
the rainbow eyes, I probably would say is the other thing.
Oh yeah, that too as well. The one instance we get to see that.
Yeah, that and her dedication is probably some of the most absurd shit you'll see. That's probably the only
And she
other.
could get really serious.
Yeah. Also, I just realized this was the thing that was in the chapter from. Wait a minute, was that not in the manga chapter, and that was like a bonus thing?
Yeah, that was like something you get from the books, I think.
I'm surprised the anime even referenced it then. Um, yeah, that's probably May's biggest problem is that she's incredibly straightforward to the point where like it's not bad. It's just nothing's changed. If anything, she's probably the next character that really needs a foil to her. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I ain't gonna be mad at you on that one. Yeah, there's a lot to say. If I'm putting her somewhere, it's probably gonna be.
Ooh, I want to put her in A personally.
I think objectively, she needs to go in B. Personally, it could
Yeah,
be.
she needs to go in B.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I put her right next to her sister.
And yeah, you know what? That actually is kind of it bums me out because she genuinely is so good as a character, but like
The job she has, she does
she
it
can't
well, but
switch.
she's not versatile. That's like her biggest problem.
Yeah,
She's stuck in kind of a mode, and that's all we get. Now, Karumi has gone up for me, like a lot actually. Karumi, just to give context, I would have put Karumi like in C tier originally. Now she's like a strong contender for S tier for me. For me personally, she's a strong S tier contender, particularly because Kurumi is also another straight man slash tsundere type girl we get. Yes, he does have a cat girlfriend. Well, the dog girlfriend would technically be made, but she's not really a dog in the same way that Tama is a cat. Tama's gimmick is being a cat, whereas May's dog ears thing is like a side joke, if that makes sense. But for me, Kurumi probably hits Kurumi. I think what helps out Kurumi a lot is that she's another character who works as a straight man character, but not the same way Karane is. Karane is a straight man character who gets automatically fucked over through Hikari teasing her. Kurumi's a straight man character who gets caught off by her stomach in most cases. And for whatever reason, that shit just, also I love her. I love her chapters with Momoji a lot. I love her interactions with Hari a lot. Kurumi's a character who doesn't want to get caught in the bullshit and always gets caught in the bullshit, and for some reason that just works for me.
Now, I'll be 100% honest with you. I absolutely agree in the sense that she absolutely deserves to be in debate for S. Unfortunately, I can't really ignore what you kind of had to go to or go through to get to that point, because she took a while before eventually she started picking up. For me personally, it was like it took till like Momiji became involved.
Yeah, yeah.
And even then,
oh, well, and she also has the most reckless chapters with like the beef tongue chapter, which
yeah,
I think the anime skips if I'm or it's around that point where she also has she has the surprisingly provocative chapters. But you're right, Kurumi is a grind. Kurumi absolutely is a grind.
yeah. If you're talking about the definition of a slow burner, which is funny because food and indigestion and shit, but she absolutely fits in that one the most.
Yeah.
But with that said, though, when you get to those later chapters and she ends up being core focuses on those, they really manage to find the perfect balance for her. And it honestly delivers on that front. I would personally put her at least A.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Goddess.
Next.
Goddess. Don't even ask me. Do
We're
not ask me.
Introduce her, bro.
No, she needs no introduction. She needs no introduction. This is the best adult girl we have. Listen, I love Natty. Move the fuck out the way.
There will always be that one chapter that comes into mind with her specifically.
Which one? There's so many.
It's the one when she dresses up as a high schooler again.
Yes! You know they did it again for Moritake's chapter when they're like going to go have candy after school.
And they brought it back up.
Hari goes and gives all the teacher, like the adult characters, child outfits. And then when the scene switches, she's also in her teenage outfit, and she's like, Nozawa, why am I in a teenage girl outfit? And Nozawa goes, because I wanted to. And she had me dying.
She knew.
It's for the culture. So to give context for those who don't know in the stream, Nozawa is the author of the book. They do this fourth wall thing where sometimes they'll just talk to the mangaka herself. And was like, Nozawa, why am I here? Because I willed it. I was like, yeah. So Hari, I believe, is either 29 or 30. Doesn't matter. Fucking can get it all day. Her whole gimmick is this obsession with being mommy. And for whatever reason, she's cute all the fucking time. She's adorable all the fucking time. She's sexy all the fucking time. I don't care. I do not care. Fucking goddess. Goddess. I'm done. I have so many things. It's one of those things I have too much to say, and there's not enough time. But goddess is all you need to know.
Now, if you want to get controversial, her age is a controversy. I
don't give a fuck. Right? Actually, that's not true. Also, that's not true. You know what's controversial? The fact that she's Hakari's mother is what was controversial, okay?
That's what I'm saying. It's her age, bro.
Nah, fuck that.
Because when you think about it, if she's 13 and Hakari's 16, you know what that implies. You know, I'm just saying.
Oh, no. You're talking... Well, she said she was inseminated. She didn't have sex with her father.
No, I'm just saying more so the age aspect of it.
Oh, the fact that she had Hikari as like a teenager?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's literally all I could think of. Like,
I don't give a fuck.
But I'll say this, though. She is absolutely balls to the wall crazy whenever she wants to get something her way. And that could be something that could throw people off. Not to me. She is honestly one of the best characters in this show. In fact, she initiates almost all of the jokes that effectively are some of the best in the series. She is the one responsible for like the whole glasses stick. She's responsible for all of like the new girls getting introduced, and she'll bring in outfits or things that fit with what they're trying to do. She is essentially the provider for every kind of thing that they get themselves
She's also rich.
And yeah. And she will fight for what she wants, as you could clearly see right there. She will not take no for an answer. And it is honestly some of the best in this story. And it also helps that her daughter is essentially the same as her in a lot of ways. And it is great, as you could tell right here. So yeah, it's Totoro's tutor. Yeah, no. Whatever she wants, bro, she's gonna get, and she will be by any means necessary. The only thing that stands between her and that is literally the mangaka themselves. That's it. That's it. It's literally just that. So yeah. Overall, I agree with you, Terrell. There's not really much debate on that front, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Terrell. If you go pay attention to the next girls we have in mind after this,
Oh, Kusuri.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna be in the same boat as excitement as it was with Hahad,
All right. So here's the situation. They put both versions of her. Does that matter to you in terms of placement?
Oh, that's what it was there. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, the author is a
Actually,
female.
no,
I'm pretty sure the author for 100 Girlfriends is a female. The artist might. No, I think they're both. Are they both female? Nozawa? Because it's an artist and a writer, right?
Yeah, they're both different.
But are they both girls?
Let me see. The artist is Yukiko Nozawa and Rikito Nakamura. Rikito Nakamura is let me see, is male.
So
Whereas with Nozawa, well, obviously is female.
So Nozawa's the artist. So the artist, the drawer of the content is female. The writer of the story is male.
Is male. Exactly.
So yeah.
Best of both worlds. There you go. Now, with that being said, okay, with Kusuri, shit, bro.
First off, we need to make sure: would we put them differently based off of which version of her it is?
No, I think they have to both be with the same tier, bro.
I low-key disagree. I think you know why?
Why?
Because I put 18-year-old Kusuri higher than baby Kusuri.
I know, I do too. But unfortunately, you know what's holding her back though? She's not appearing as often as you would hope she would in this damn.
You
story.
say this, and she appeared somewhat recently.
I know, that's the crazy part, bro. This shit happened like a few chapters ago.
Yeah, but it was like what, a couple weeks ago. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but that was because it was forced on her. Otherwise, she would be a child like 99% of the time, bro.
So
and it pissing me off because you know why? She has one of the best designs in like the crew here, bro. I hate it so much. She hits everything, bro. Look at her design. She has the glasses. She has the mole. She has the design. It's like so she has the cover to herself.
Okay.
Which is rare, per se.
So here's the thing about Kusuri. Kusuri, to give quick explanation, is a drug addict in the most literal sense of the way of describing it. She likes making drugs. She likes fucking around with drugs. She's a scientist and a drug addict, but just not in the context of it being like on some weird shit. She just likes drugs. I'm gonna just be real with you. The biggest problem Kusuri has as a child isn't that she isn't fun, isn't that she isn't adorable, is that she's always a girl. Like that sounds crazy. She's always in this immature state, and the biggest problem is because we know what she's like. It's kind of like having 18-year-old Chio while also having like 12-year-old Chio. Yeah, 12-year-old Chio is fine, but there's 18-year-old Chio right there. Like, it's the same problem with Kusuri. You gave me an 18-year-old version, and they do some fun jokes, like the whole thing where she gets insecure about playing with dolls, depending on how old she is. And even the cute stuff with Chio with the glasses and stuff. Adult Kusuri has her moments. The problem is that she's super downplayed. Now, there are certain chapters I'm down with it, like Kusuri and Kishka's chapter about where Kusuri was going out of her way to like be like, hey, yeah, me and Kishka have the same boyfriend and this, that, and the third. Kusuri's biggest problem is that she's used so much for gags, they don't really let her change enough. Actually, the recent chapter with her is probably the most serious she's been in a while. And even that wasn't really based in character development as much as it was just based in like, well, that's not true. The problem I think is just the fact that that's a recent thing. But also I think the reason why they do this is because she serves as a foil to her grandma. Hence, you get sequences like these. So it's.
But she was introduced far later, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Kusuri. I'm gonna let you talk. I don't have words right now.
Kusuri, oh my god. I love her 18-year-old design for the mere fact that she genuinely is like a really smart individual. She genuinely knows what she's capable of doing. She genuinely understands like everything and does what she needs to. But the thing that's holding her back, bro, it's the 8-year-old form that she always has to be, and I would prefer that one to take a backseat and have her 18-year-old be more frontline for like a good chunk of the story moving forward. Because goddamn, like some of the best interactions that she tends to have is when she is in her older form, or rather in her regular form, like the stuff that you mentioned earlier with Chio. Genuinely, that was like one of the rare instances where she's interacting with another individual from her age, respectfully. It's stuff like that, and you don't really get to see much of it often. We got to only witness a bit of it in the recent chapters because of an after effect or a side effect of like the drug that they were using, and she kind of kept flipping back and forth between this and her 8-year-old look. So her design is honestly one of the best, bro. She like I hate it. I hate that her design is so like 11 out of 10, but it's held back because it's always with the 8-year-old we have to see more than anything else, bro. It pisses me off. If this was her the entire time with the story, she would be up there in goddess tier, bro, in my eyes. But it's not. And if I had to speak like as truthful as possible in this situation, I have to give them both A tier. Because they both genuinely have their strong suits.
Here's a counter argument.
What's up?
You put 18-year-old in S tier. You put the little one in A tier.
I want to say yes so badly.
There's no bad. I put it this way. There's no bad chapter with the 18-year-old version. I'll just say that.
You're not wrong on that. In fact, some of my favorite moments with her is when she suddenly just ages up just to kind of flex. Remember the one when they're like in the
bathtub?
They were in the bathtub, and she just suddenly grows up.
Yeah, it's because
it's in the early chapters.
Yeah, it's when they're in Hikari's house.
Yeah, like I don't know. I do that. Like I don't want to make the debate go on for far longer. I'd accept that. They both are great.
Because I don't want to pretend like young little Kusuri doesn't have like moments, but she's so gag focused and she's actually used. She's kind of like Hahari in the sense that she's used for a lot of like random shit, like the potions and the various drugs and stuff,
or the hair. Or
yeah,
whatever,
Kusuri is used for like plot a lot to drive something to happen, or she's used for a lot of side jokes. And she is funny. Mm-hmm. Don't get it twisted. Kusuri is genuinely funny, but a lot of us, I think, we're just like, bro, it's okay. Kusuri's great. Just you don't have to have her all the time, right? Like that's like her biggest issue. She's just there. Like she's there like a good 80 to 90% of the time. Maybe I'll say 80. 80% of the time it's usually just baby Kusuri. Plus, because Kusuri's also used for lolly chapters. So like you don't really get 18-year-old Kusuri a lot. It's almost like a Christmas present sometimes for you to get like adult Kusuri. Which maybe that just makes you appreciate it more. I don't fucking know.
I mean, you're not wrong with that mindset though.
Now we're down to our final four. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, for a long time, Nano was like one of my early favorites. Nano is still a favorite of mine. You know what Nano's problem is? And I think you already know what it is. Nano doesn't get enough shit in later chapters.
She falls behind fast, bro.
The only thing, it's you know what she needs? She needs another counter. She needs another character counter. The only character
At first, I thought it would have been Mimi, but
Mimi was it. But the problem is they kept rotating Mimi around to other girls. Also, the problem is that Mimi also has Mei right next to her, so it's like, there are some cute stuff. Ironically enough, the character she tends to get. You know, the other problem is they wouldn't tear away from Shizuka for such a long fucking time. Actually, well, you know what? I'll give Nano some credit because she does help Shizuka with the thing with her mom. So it's not like she's irrelevant, but Nano just doesn't get enough. She's not thrown it. I don't remember the last time she was a focus of the chapter. The only 2 chapters I remember from her in recent years was the thing with Shizuka, and then the chapter where she got shrunk into a tiny version, like she was like a mini Nano for a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 major chapters I think about when it comes to Nano. And what makes me mad is that I'm like, bruh, why? Why do you do this? Because I actually love her design. I love her personality. I love a lot of her gags. She's just not used in like the forefront barely at all anymore. And that shit irks the fuck out of me. So she's a character I want to put in goddess tier, but I objectively can't do it because she doesn't have enough going on. Even a lot of the pictures they're using are from older chapters. This is when she swaps bodies. This is the competition with Mimi. A lot of her stuff is from older chapters.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the things here and like
they're all from older chapters.
The only one I see here that kind of throws me off is the one where she's with Hakari and Iku, apparently. And they're watching. They're like in like a pajama party or something like that. It's like one of the last ones.
Hold on.
In chapter 184, it says here.
184. What was that chapter about?
That one.
Was that
what
like
the hell is that? Oh, that's when she grew back, right?
Afterwards, they were all able to relate to Laputa more. This guy is so vast. I gotta go check what 184 was because I don't remember that chapter. Oh yeah, that. God damn. Nano has chapters. Don't get it twisted, y'all. She just doesn't get enough. That's like my biggest critique of Nano. She doesn't get enough. I think she honestly needs a character.
And when she does, it's always tied with the same girls.
Yeah, like her. I want you to know something. Shizuka, those are locked in. Shizuka and her are locked in for so fucking long. It wasn't until I think Meru showed up that we started putting Shizuka and other shit. What is 184? Oh, it's the fucking island thing. Remember they get caught, they get stuck on the floating island?
Oh, that shit. That was a wild. No wonder why I don't remember. That shit was an acid trip, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, the biggest problem with Nano is that Nano just doesn't get enough. So objectively, I want to put her in goddess. I think fairly she needs to go in A.
Yeah, I can't even put her in S as much as I want to. I even have acrylics of her too. She's like honestly one of my
favorites. Like her design is it. The gag she does get, like the pie thing when she gets flustered, she's trying to focus. Actually, the kissing chapter, she has a good joke in there when they're all like suffering from kiss withdrawal, and Karane is like, "You okay, Nano?" And Nano just keeps repeating the pie thing back and forth.
Yeah,
like she gets some good jokes. She just doesn't have enough. Which it's funny because I would argue. Up until recently, Shizuka was kind of in a similar boat. Up until recently, Shizuka's.
And the thing is,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what the thing though that's selling me for Nano, outside of just that, her VA. And the reason I say that is because if you know the song Daisuke, she actually has a solo version for that, and it might just be the best one out of all the girls. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you haven't heard the solo version of it, highly recommend you take a listen to Nano version. She is probably the best. She actually fits, like the VA fits the whole perfection thing when it comes to Nano's character. Also, she is absolutely perfect singing that.
The other thing that helped Nano out early on is that Nano was very no nonsense. So like she's the first one to kisses Rentaro versus like the other girls letting to be kissed by him. She was probably the more aggressive girl of the girls we had up until probably Hahari. although Hahari's borderlines on sexual assault. Actually, Nano has the same kind of energy as Kishka does when she's not in baby mode. Like that aggressive girl, but not like unfeminine with it. She's just like, I know what I want.
She genuinely wants him to be like, yo, look at me. Because I remember, what was it? They were at the river, or not the river.
You're talking about the beach. You're talking about the pool episode.
Yeah, the pool episode in the early chapters.
Yeah,
and she just straight up grabbed Rentato's hand and just put him there in chest and be like, yo, look. Like she is so straightforward with it. That's what it is.
Yeah, that unfortunately, as more girls have shown up, we have way more girls who do that to a more aggressive degree. So I think honestly, if we get another girlfriend, I need that girlfriend to have some like back and forth. I need Nano to have another back and forth girl. That's like her big issue. What, like I said, would help. Actually, these early girls have been slowly getting that. Like Shizuku recently has been getting that with Meru a lot with the books and stuff, and I think she's definitely needed. But yeah, Shizuka for a while was in the same boat. You just had her. She was cute lolly bait, and they threw her with Nano, and then we finally started getting stuff with her mom, and then the stuff with Meru, which has helped her a lot because Shizuka is another character who kind of fell into that same trap. But
and I feel bad because I think she deserves the highest of the high. But goddamn,
I think Shizuka objectively
later chapters fall back because of that.
So if we went to Shizuka, I think Shizuka is. I don't know if I put Shizuka in S. I probably put Shizuka in high A.
No, that's what I said. I would have put her in S, but like I think she deserves A more than anything else because I feel unfortunately she's suffering the same fate as Nano in the sense that they kind of didn't know what to do with her for.
I think what they did is they paired Nano and Shizuka together and just kind of kept that as a lock-in and then do nothing else. The world, it's almost like the anime grew outside of both of them and nothing fucking changed. The only thing they helped Nano a little bit was Me, and then they kind of, it didn't really fucking matter in the long run, even though it's still like, that's still a joke they do. They still do this joke. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because they did do that recent chapter with Me and Nano where it wasn't with Mimi and Nano, it was with Nano, but Nano came to the realization, well, she started being more open about like what her friends mean to her. And there's like this really cute moment with her and Mimi.
Now I remember what was the last big arc with Nano.
What?
She was losing everything. Remember when everything was just...
Why am I forgetting? The stupid thing about her from the future and that shit.
Yeah. Like, genuinely, that was like her big moment there.
But that was like a her thing. They didn't even really, like, I think that's kind of what hurts that arc a little bit, is that it's just an arc of her.
Yeah.
It's
no,
just,
but I appreciate it because they gave Nano final focus for that. Like, if like that's going to be like her last arc by herself before eventually it then grows further to like with other girls, then that's a good way to end it off on that note. But...
it does go towards her character development because that's been her whole thing about what she viewed as worthless or worthful. So that works. And like we've been talking about,
but I'd still keep her in the same place.
Yeah, I think they're both still. It's not like the mangaka forgets about these two. They just kind of the gaps are taken for other girls. That's literally it. Now, like I'll say, half the reason why Meru's in C is because of Shizuka. So, and honestly, I think Shizuka needed it. Because her last major arc was the stuff with her mom, which involved Nano to a degree. It actually starts with Nano and her hanging out and Shizuka being more open with Nano. And then we got the chapters with Meru and how Shizuka wants to write a book and that kind of stuff. And I thought that shit was great. Shizuka just suffers from the fact that they don't do a lot with her. That's like Shizuka's biggest problem. Also, at some point, I want to see an older Shizuka for the culture.
If you did it for Chio, do it. Well, I mean, technically, she is of age. It's not like she isn't.
Shut up.
Okay.
Respectfully. But yeah, we got some good stuff for Shizuka. Shizuka it's just a slower grind. But with that being said, we hit our final two,
and they both appeared at the same time.
So I'm gonna be real with you. For a long time, I used to prefer Kurane to Hikari. For a long time, I used to. Actually, in some ways, I still kind of do. Because I think Kurane gets more development than Hikari.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because Hakari got the big thing with her mom early on, but she hasn't had any crazy development. The last few chapters I remember they even based around her, or either the stuff with Yame, the stuff with who was it? It was that, and she's usually included. Oh, the one where she's like obsessively horny to the point where like he has to drug himself, and Rencharo ends up with that cat face. If you remember,
That's like a while back, though. I'm
yeah,
gonna be honest.
Akari hasn't gotten any recent chapters. For me personally, I put Karane in Goddess tier. Hakari, I probably put in S tier. I think Hakari's general personality is what makes her funny, and that she's wrote. And plus, the stuff I already know what helps out Hakari a lot is the characters she ends up being cool with or hanging around with are like fall into her gag. So for her, like if we look at this list of girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Karane's ride or die girls are probably Akko. I'd probably say Akko, Kurumi, and I guess recently Kishka. Those will probably be her three. Whereas Akari's ride or die girls is her mom, Yame. That might. Is that it?
For Hakari?
Yeah, the girls that like they would pair her with a lot.
Well, Yamame?
No, I mentioned
Yeah.
her. It's just Ahari and
Oh,
Yamame.
yeah. Yeah, no, and then May, I guess, technically, because of maid stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's very, like,
Oh
it's
wait,
not
you know
like
what
as
I'm
if
forgetting? You know what I'm forgetting about? The chapter where
Who?
May got sick.
Yeah, and then she had to take control,
Yeah,
right? And then she had to, yeah. That's
but
what I mean. Like, they have moments where they have those two interact, but I think that's because they live in the same household kind of
ironically
situation.
enough, their best foils are each other. Ahari and Kakarane are probably my favorite pair of girls we get.
And boy, do they know it too,
Man,
because they
they
put them in the
they
funniest positions.
they are literally comedy duo incarnate, and they're also super gay for each other, like obsessively gay. And we like lesbians here on the Schizomatic YouTube channel. I'm gonna just say it for me personally.
I'm gonna be real. I think this might be the pairing that both deserve the same spot because you just can't separate these two. These two are attachments done right in my eyes.
Actually, yeah, I'm really as much as I want to put Hakari a little bit lower, it's kind of hard. Also, I think Hakari is hilarious.
Oh no, she has some of the funniest things, especially the things that she comes up in her like that come up in her head, and some of the execution that happens like are some of the best. Like they balance each other out. Absolutely, and they work because of that. So yeah, no, I can't. They have flaws that make them a little, but like it's because of those flaws that also help out the duo with Karane and Hakari. Like they both complement each other in the best ways possible. I would put those two. I think those two absolutely deserve the top spot only because they are also the ones responsible for carrying this show forward. Like they were the initiators, and what a strong debut to have these two who are complete opposites, but they just work well together.
Oh, they
You know.
balance each other absurdly well, like absurdly
Mm-hmm.
well. Half of what works between, because I would argue of the two of them, I think Hakari is the weaker of the two, but Hakari was carrying a lot of the comedy for a while, and
Yeah, when there was fewer girls at the time,
yeah, Hakari was like the main source of comedy up until maybe shit. Even now in the
I would say
third,
up till Meme, I think at that point.
yeah, and even
Want to know why I
then,
say that?
why?
Because that was like the rare instance where Karane actually was able to get back at Hakari. Remember the joke they had where they just kept talking about the cup size and just kept flaunting that on
Oh,
her?
the
Yeah, the G
G,
cup.
yeah.
And then just for it to end with her having what was it, H cups or something, and then you're like, and then Karane is like, "Oh, I heard she got bigger than you,"
I know.
and that's
She
how
goes.
it
She goes.
ends.
She goes. Better luck next time. Like, bitch. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah, as I was saying, they complement
I
each
think
other, but
Karane has cuter like interpersonal interactions, but Hakari is just funnier. That's the
yeah.
difference. Because like Karane's chapter with Akko is still one of my favorite chapters in the manga. It's a very cute chapter and it's a very good chapter. So,
I mean, it
yeah.
makes sense. It's Akko.
And then some of you might ask me, should we rank Rentaro? And the answer is no, because Rentaro would never want to take the spotlight away from his girlfriends. Also, because if I would have to put up a new tab, like I'll be honest, I had to put up a whole new tab. Rentaro gets his own tab. Rentaro gets his own tier. Okay, Rentaro is everything and anything.
Rentaro
Rentaro,
is the best protagonist in modern manga history when it comes to this genre.
no, you need
In
more.
this genre.
You should have said it better. It should be like he's the best harem protagonist we've ever had.
Oh no, I didn't want to say harem. That's what.
That's what it is. He is the
I know.
He is the perfected harem protagonist. Rentaro has done things that no other harem protagonist will or will ever do. Like he's just
He is the love monster. He is the berserker. He is the boss man. He is the darling. He is the top of the boyfriend, the king of the boyfriend among boyfriends. He is the monster boy. I'm just reading what's being written here. He's the 16 mole man, apparently. A roll man.
what the fuck is that?
I don't know, but apparently that was by all students of Also, if we recall correctly, by popularity vote, he was considered the number one in popularity when it came to the voting competition chapter, if you remember that one.
Oh, you mean where
I
everyone
love
got
that.
number one?
Yeah.
Such a stupid.
God, that chapter was so good, man.
So
Also,
stupid.
I know we're talking about Retro, but I also want to give the respect that it deserves as well to Rentaro's VA. Because Rentaro's VA is literally Rentaro in real life if you ever see his interviews, bro. Like, if you ever see the interviews, it is some of the funniest shit. And also, if you remember that one chapter where he wore the merch as like a jacket or something like that, it was like what was it? The fucking
the jacket with all the merchandise on it for the
yeah,
girls.
I believe Rentaro's VA straight up wore that too.
Yeah,
I recall.
he did.
So-
He did.
I don't know what to say, guys. I like that. Honestly, one of the best protagonists I've seen, bro. Like, I absolutely love this character. This character is what makes all these girls so lovable and likable, and you could tell that they are having nothing but a blast when making this story with this character. It's so great. He will break the walls. He will break all limits. He will never do anything that goes against his girls, bro. And you can't help but like appreciate that. That's that shit, right? That's that king energy right there when it comes to Rentaro. Truly the king of harem protagonists in my eyes. And it also helps that these protagonist designs of these girlfriends are also just as A tier and S tier, bro, as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah. So yeah, and I got much else to say, bro. All I can hope for is that if we go back to the tier list, like in all fairness, all these girls deserve all the praise. Because they've all essentially helped move this story forward. Like all these girls naturally did something to add to the story, and we got some really phenomenal ones. We got some really fantastic ones, some really in between, and some that still have a lot of opportunity for them to grow. Wow, his character design changed from the first chapter to now, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Yeah, look at that. That's just so weird.
Because
why is he so detailed?
Yeah, he doesn't like that anymore.
He doesn't look. It's crazy. It's crazy
Nah, he looks
how
like
much
this.
he's evolved.
Got it.
And you telling me not to put him in anything higher than what he's? Nah, bro.
Rentaro also probably gets the craziest changes in his design because of the manga. The manga's so stupid. all the time.
They will make Rentaro be the thing to just the test subjects. Like, dude, he's a great cross dresser too. Look at that.
He's amazing. It's immaculate.
Sometimes it takes the best man to be best girl. You know what they say.
I thought that was only in Ranma.
Well, Rentaro will break those limits. I promise you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our list.
God, what a trip, bro. That was fun. I kind of feel sad though. It's over.
No, it's not. It's over for this year. You had like there aren't gonna be another. We're at what 34, 35 girls. That means we'll probably get what 17 more this year. So we'll be at like 52.
We'll see though. Yeah, they got. I don't know. They've been taking a lot more breaks often now these days. And to be fair, it makes sense because look how many girls they have to draw. You know.
I just need you to get away from the lollies for a little bit. I need some more adults because I felt like we got hit with a bunch of lolly-ish characters for a while.
Oh, is it? We had the gothic design. We had
Day
design.
We had Eru. We had fucking. Well, I wouldn't count Hasu as a lolly.
No, she's like in the in between.
Yeah, her Meru and Nemu were all like in between.
Now, with that being said, though, we had some bangers. Though, let's be real. Like we had some really good bangers. Like first of all, the nurse. Let's be real.
When in the guidance counselor,
Kimari. Yeah, and she absolutely could rise up the rankings to goddess tier if they know what to do with her, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
And I mean, her debut alone deserves.
Who do we start the year with? Now I think about it.
We can actually take a look. See
what chapter started the year. First off, that'd be the first question.
Let's take a look in the media chapters. Let's see what chapter it was. According to this, I don't know.
Motherfucker.
I thought I knew.
If we're 50-something chapters apiece, and I would think that means it had to be. We're at 230 something now, so I'm gonna say we probably started around like the 70s. So either.
Here we go. I found it.
What was it?
So the first chapter that came out, at least from the new year, at least just judging from what I'm reading here, is it was the 100 girlfriend party. I think it ended off the new year. It like the part 3 released on January 9th, 2025. But the girlfriend party, which was like released in late December. So, yeah. So it's chapter 190. No, chapter, what was it? Chapter 202. That's what it was.
And what chapter are we on now? 230 something?
Yeah, essentially 235 or something like that.
So we ended off with the last girl we got last year was Nimue, the sleepy one. And we started the year with Hasu.
Yes.
And that came out when? That came out like February.
I think in February.
So we got, essentially we've had Hasu, Moritaka, Eru, and Chiyu.
Mm-hmm.
And 36 will start off the new year. So wait, that means we only got.
So we're probably only going to get 4 then next year.
Wait, does that? Yeah, he did slow down. You know why? Because he started doing arcs. That's why.
That too as well.
And when you start doing, the problem is the more girls you get, the harder it is to do arcs for everybody. But yeah, oh my god. For me, I'm pretty happy with the list for the most part. My faves are up here. I will quickly say the ones I would like to see more from. Obviously, I'm not going to mention the new girls because I expect to see more from the new girls on general. I want more Nano. I want more older Kusuri. I want more. Give me more Moritaka. Well, that's bias. I'm lying. Probably more Rin. Rin or Mai. You know I can't do that. let me not say all this because I already know how I am. I'm gonna start just naming every girl. You know what I really want more of? Fucking Tama. I really want more of because Tama is girlfriend number 25, and I feel like we haven't gotten a lot from Tama at all. And that bums me the fuck out. She's been around for almost 100 chapters, and I need more. Oh Lord, I need more. Because that design is it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Jesus. I don't remember where the English version's at. Also, the thing that KG was talking about before with Yamame's losing the I. It's Kusuri. Kusuri also says I in the Japanese. And for some reason, the English translation said, fuck, I don't know what to do, dog, and just kind of gave up. And that kind of sucks. But that's a translation issue, and fuck them. That's how I feel.
Man, it'll always be translation issue. Why can't we never get something consistent in this household?
I don't know, because people are assholes.
Damn. I agree, though. Taba deserves some love. She absolutely deserves it, bro. Her design is peak, and I think they're aware of it, too. But they just don't know what to do with her because she's not in the school.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hope they figure something out with her.
She's also one of those characters who's technically an adult, but like doesn't act like one, kind of in the similar way as Hyaku to some degree. So they just know where to put her. But I'm gonna leave it at that for tonight. Tomorrow will be my last video of 2025. It will be the end of the year ramble stream version. For those who don't know, on the main channel, on the Insane Game Freak channel, I posted a short version of pretty much what the stream tomorrow is going to be. The stream tomorrow is going to be me more rambly and talking about everything. But if you want the core points, that's like, it's less than 10 minutes, just go watch the one on the Schizo Minute channel. After that, we will come back on Friday with what I don't know because because I don't want to start a new game yet. Well, I know. Well, let me be more specific. I can't start a new game because Tronic is sick currently, and I don't want to have him.
He got the post-trip sickness, huh?
Yep, it happened to me when I came from Chicago last year, so I know how it is. So I don't want to do anything yet. I'm gonna give him a week or two to recover. So, for needless to say, there will be content. Don't worry, I got you on content. Just look forward to tomorrow's stream, okay? With that being said, though, thank you, KG. For helping with the ranking. We got it done in 2 videos.
And in a fairly short time, too. World record. Let's go.
Yeah.
Donnie,
no. Donnie, no. No, we're not doing this, Donnie. Donnie, it's been 2 hours. You've probably been lurking the whole fucking time, you villain. Don't worry.
And I better see more me stuff, bro. I'm just saying. You know.
Oh, yeah, we need more me stuff.
You know where.
By the way, we're going to have to fight a bunch of allegations when season 3 starts, but it is what it is.
Dude, I'm not ready for the fucking fight, bro.
Yeah. We're going to go out right.
How am I supposed to let people know how much I like this without ever acknowledging the fact that she exists, bro?
I don't have a problem acknowledging Chio. I have a problem acknowledging Chio's relationship situation. But that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it when season 3 starts and the episode starts, and we're just gonna have to be like, listen, the series is great.
I swear to God, it gets better.
I swear to God, the series is great. Just
when the American shows up, you're going to love it.
The next girl is quality, okay? Yeah.
She's there. She's literally ranked 1 in this list for a reason, bro.
No, I would put Hahari over there too. There's also a couple of cute scenes with Hahari and Natty, but that's besides the point. The point is, just give us a minute. just give us a minute. Oh God!
Give us a couple of weeks after that after that episode drops, bro. I promise you.
Well, Natty probably won't be introduced.
It'll get better.
Natty probably won't be introduced until like either the next week or the week after. So, yeah,
it has to be the week after, because if they're gonna introduce a bunch of girls again, they're probably gonna. Actually, no. I think she's gonna be introduced in the 3rd episode.
Still, the point is, give us a minute. That's all we're gonna say. Just give us a minute. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for support. Thank you, KG, for being here. Obviously, subscribe to KG's channel, which is in the title, because when you click his name, it takes you to his YouTube channel. So support the channel. I will be back tomorrow with the final video of 2025. And I guess life's a game. Play to win. And I will see you all later. Peace.
Adios, peeps. Till the new year.
Whee! I just finished that thing though. It looks even better now. Oh yeah, that's right. He was working on the 3DS layout thing for me.